Hi, this is Cheryl with Sea Spirit Tarot. I've had a great day. I think I've done 2 videos. This is my 3rd. I've been for a bike ride, did a set of yoga, spent way too much time sitting on YouTube watching everybody's wonderful stuff, and some astrology. But anyway, I'm back, and I'm on the 31 days of Tarot. And I'm to 18. Best deck for meditation, and 19 best deck for ritual magic. And I'm kind of running those together. I don't do ritual magic as far as like a ritual witch. I have done that in the past. And actually there was a guy I was dating and I was like really mad at him and I banished him, and I mean he's like gone. You know? I ended up moving, but he was a horse packer at Idaho. No one even ever saw him. He came to me once in a dream a couple years ago, I think. But I kind of quit that kind of rituals. And those were in those days of Scott Cunningham, which I notice is not mentioned anymore, and I don't know the politics on that. So let's see what, I guess a ritual for me to set up is like right now I have 3 Thoth cards, a Goddess card, an Arcturian Star card, and affirmation card, Capacity to Love. And with it I put and arrange appropriate stones, feathers, whatever for the energy. I do it somewhat on Instagram for art, but everybody puts their stuff on there for art, and I do that. And I put stones around them to the best, but I've, got a phone, an Android, and I don't have a big camera to make a display, half a table. So that's my ritual. And if I don't know, I also thought about if I would set up a ritual, I might use this Marielle deck. Because I think the colors are good. Well, no. But I mean, I don't know. I need to study these cards more. So I guess ritually wise, if they could set up as maybe something I needed to study, which would be more into the meditation realm, on my dresser. When I set the cards up, I leave them. I leave them up for however long. So the cards that I've been using for meditation is when I decided to get back into the tarot. And when I first got on YouTube, it was all those love readings. I thought, okay, I guess I'm going to have to do love readings. Because I didn't even know the rest of y'all even existed at that time. So I ordered these cards. They were not very expensive, but they look kind of pretty. And they're the Lover's Tarot. And they're from, I looked and I already forgot. 92. But I didn't expect them to be this big. And I can go show you all the box and the pretty ribbons and all that. But what I found is when I did that purple cow spread, which is what I needed to leave behind and what I needed to bring forward, I put 4 of these on my dresser. And the only reason they're not on my dresser right now is because they're in this pile. Also, before I started the YouTube channel, though I used to be a person that, when I was a waitress back in the 70s, I was Paramahansa Yogananda follower, and still am. And I would get up and meditate for 30 minutes, go work at the waitress, split shift, come home on my break, and meditate another 30 minutes. Of course, I was living with a Buddhist. And, I mean, that is like, daily I did that. But anyway, I decided, I'm kind of out of that habit. So before I started the YouTube channel, about the time I started coming back to tarot, I started meditating again, of which I'm a little slack on right now. But I did do my yoga today. So I found that these cards, look how big they are. I had no idea. And I also found out I don't have to do love readings. But boy, those people, they got followers, don't they, if you want to do this business. And these cards, I don't even know what to say about them. This is the High Priestess. She's not traditional, but they've got, I don't know. Here's what's good about them. is I don't use them for anything else. Strength is a card that I'm meditated on. I have a little table here, and when I sit on the floor, I have to sit on my yoga blocks anymore. Strength had come up in something I had done that needed to be developed, and I would meditate on this card for strength. And even though, you know, I'm not going through and picking out alchemical symbols and such, I'm learning the meanings of the cards and then just meditating on them. And they're big, you know, I can lean them against this little crystal ball I got sitting, well, glass ball, and they just sit right up there, and they are so perfect for meditating. I like them because they're kind of old art, and is it Bocelli or someone like that? I read these books on Mary Magdalene and learned all this stuff about that I didn't know, that how, you know, they used to mix the pigments of the actual stones to make the colors. And I have a girlfriend that paints, and she oil paints, and that's what she uses, is whatever, as close to that as she can get, and puts on like layers and layers. But she does surrealistic and mythological art. But I think these are cool, and I use them for that because I can leave them on my dresser because I don't use them for anything else. But they work okay for me for that. So, otherwise for meditation, the cards I have set up here right now, I don't remember, I got lost where I was, which was my daily thought reading with a goddess, an Arcturian frequency star card for neurotransmission, and an affirmation card are my meditations. I was also have Dion Fortune cards, and Dion Fortune, this is another Golden Dawn deck. So I think if you're going to do magic and meditation and really sit down, am I showing you anything upside down? Really sit down and work at it, this would be a deck to use as my favorite card. And I did all these exercises, which I, in my Thoth book, of which, Natalie, if you happen to, Ouroboros, hear this, I ordered a used one. I did all of these, and I took a picture of them. That's as far as I've gotten. But I really have the idea to believe that the Thoth deck and the Dion Fortune deck, because of the Golden Dawn, this is one of my favorite cards. I got that on my reader. Seeing the other deck, it was a guy creeping behind. Here's just a lady like, oh my God. But I really believe that these two, even though they all pack power, I believe that the decks that come through the Golden Dawn pack power. And then we put more power in them. Ritual magic. And yeah, I don't know this deck well. I read with it for a while. And it would be a good thing to set an altar up with. I set this card up altar-wise a lot. So maybe that would be also be a ritual deck that I have. Though, I guess that's my whole video. That was a short one. So that is best decks for meditation, best decks for ritual magic. And then there's some on the back here. I didn't even realize there was a back on my piece of paper. I kept thinking 31. I don't have 31 questions. I only have 21 on the front. But it looks like there's going to be some repeats here and some stuff that might not really apply to me, but I'll do a video on it. So here's my video for days 18 and 19. May the goddess bless. I've had a wonderful day. I hope you did too. We're in a lot of emotional water. Music of the Spears. It's going to be tomorrow too. Should climax about 11 or something. So, love in your heart. Love is the answer. May we all transform during these times. But many, many blessings.